Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here. Over a week and a half ago, I created this fantasy transit map of what the future of rapid transit could look like in Toronto, and I didn't really expect that video to do well. I've gotten several comments praising it, but also um, but also wondering why I didn't add any other important links. This is on metromapmaker.com. For about 4 or 5 months, I've actually been toying around trying to create different lines from using my ideas and then from older proposals. I even made another map with the Scarborough RT extension, but I did not like that. So I wanted to revert back to this and then take some of your suggestions in the comments to make an expansive map. So here is the final product. Okay, well, it may it may look the same as the original map, but it comes with a few tweaks, and I'm going to get to that. If you guys haven't already, make sure you check out this video here, where I go a lot in depth about why this should be the future of rapid transit in Toronto. But hopefully, this is the last time. Hopefully this is gonna be the last time I create something like this. Because again, 4 months. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been interested in maps and even reading them, and I'm gonna have to be doing that again uh, for lines 5 and 6 especially. Okay, let's go over the changes quickly. So here's the legend. It's still 13 lines, except I removed a few of them and added new ones. So, uh, line 1, no change whatsoever, except Dundas Station is renamed to TMU. That's gonna happen eventually, presumably when lines 5 and 6 are open, because uh, that's what they plan to do. That's what they said at the board meeting back in June. Oh, what I forgot to um, okay, I'll have to deal with that after. But yeah, line 1 no change. Same thing for line 2. Although, like I said, for another map I created, I decided to eliminate this and replace with a line 3 extension. I was like, that doesn't really feel right. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be exactly as it should be from McCown Shepherd, and then all the way down to Sherway Gardens. This seems like a long gap. I could add like another freaking station in, maybe on like Shorncliffe Road or something, but I have no idea. Uh, Line 3 also remains the same, except I kind of changed the alignment to line it up here because again, Corktown Station's gonna be near Parliament Street, so I had to make sure perfectly aligns it up well. And then East Harbor Station is actually east of Broadview Avenue, so I just brought the alignment down here. Other than that, no change whatsoever. Some of you, I think one person suggested that I extend Line 3 up to Steeles Avenue East in the Hillcrest Village neighborhood, but I don't see the need for that to happen. I think it's only good as it's better off just terminating at Domino Station on Line 4 and then just having like local buses take over. It's not even far anyway. I don't think I don't think there's a need to extend that line up to Steeles. Oh, it would be cool, but we'll leave it at that. Um, Line 4 also remains as is, no change to that. Although one person did suggest that I extend Line 4 to Downsview Park Station, just because they're going to be redeveloping the entire area on the former airport lands and create a very walkable community, steps away from go transit, rapid transit, entertainment, everything. It's gonna be a game changer, but I don't really see it happening. I think Line 4 is better off just going as far as Shepherd West Station. But at least it's like a whole 1C ride to get from there to Scarborough. But Yeah, and the line for extension again. This should have happened more than 25 years ago, and now we're gonna be waiting like freaking 2 decades for this shit to be completed. And it's Metrolinx that's taking over this. So yeah, line five. This time cut the I eliminated the Pearson extension and just made it go as far as Renfrew Station as originally planned because I decided to create a new line, and this is it right here. This is the Line 7 Etobicoke Light Metro line, and I had forgot about this proposal until someone commented in my original video that there should be there should be a rapid transit link connecting North Etobicoke to South Etobicoke, right? Especially from Pearson Airport. And thank you to my buddy Canadian Basili for kind of making that suggestion. Uh, so so here's the deal. Um, Back in the early 1980s when Kipling Station opened, there's actually a roughened platform for what could have been the proposed Etobicoke RT, which is similar to the Scarborough RT, but that was never built. I decided to revive this proposal by following the Hydra corridor and then just making most of the line elevated just after Martin Grove and Eglinton, right? There would be two branches, one to Pearson Airport and one to Humber College, which stops at Rexdale Boulevard, right outside the Woodbine Mall of Fantasy Fair, even though that mall's seen better days. Woodbine Center steps away from the racetrack casino and the new Woodbine Go Up Express Station, Dixon Road, and then the connection here to Line 5 at Martin Grove and Eglinton, and then Ratburn, Burnthorpe would serve residential neighborhoods. I think if Line 7 were to be built, it would actually use the same technology as the Ontario Line and the Montreal REM, but it's going to relieve, I think it would relieve pressure on the 900 and 927 express bus routes. Even though they're fast and illegal on the highway, sometimes they often get stuck in traffic, especially on the northbound 427. But at least you can take entirely rapid transit from downtown to the airport. Just got to make two transfers, right? Going from downtown, go to St. George or Bloor-Young, and then go all the way to Kipling, and then just go up to Pearson Airport. Uh, but why do that when you can just take the Up Express train directly there? It just takes 25 minutes. But yeah, at least there's a at least there's finally a missing connection. And I disagree with the Finch West LRT extending all the way to the airport. It's going to be much slower, so that's why I decided to propose a light metro line, and therefore Line 6 remains entirely unchanged. Now here's where it gets the most attention. A lot of you guys were wondering why I didn't add a rapid transit link between Finch West Station at Keele Street all the way to Finch Station at Yonge Street. And that's the central part of Finch. I feel like it doesn't really see that much demand, but some of you guys were just really telling me to like add something there, an LRT extension or bus rapid transit extension. Now, I did just that, as you can see. Uh, I don't see Line 6 being extended to Finch Station, so bus rapid transit is better. So I extended Line 12, the Finch line, all the way to Finch West Station. So now this essentially follows the exact routing of the 939B Finch Express route, and that's going to be better for that. Line 8, which is the Shepherd East BRT, it was originally red on my map, but I decided to make Line 7 the Etobicoke Light Metro red, and then change this to blue. And again, I think buses are way more suitable for Shepherd East of McCowan, because again, I really do not like the proposed Eglinton East LRT. It's going to be extremely long. It's one continuous route, and that's why BRT infrastructure is better, especially for this line, and then that line. It should definitely be cut in half, but UTSC is going to be the focal point for both lines. And yeah, that's my revised map. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. A little bit more expensive, but I think it's way better than what I I had originally created. Okay, let's move on to a few other things. So uh, I woke up almost 2 hours ago, but I didn't get out of bed until like literally like 10:25. I woke up to the news that Mayor Olivia Chow is actually restoring service to pre-pandemic levels, and that's just for a couple of years now. It's been one step at a time because everybody is literally returning to the office, right? Companies and even the provincial government have issued uh, back to work mandates for office workers. So now that's why you see Union Station is very busy, the PATH network, uh, essentially like 2019 pre-COVID levels. So that's exciting. I understand why people are reluctant to go back to the office because you're working from home. It's better. Like you don't have to get up early. You don't have to get up early. You don't have to cram yourself into a packed subway car. But still showing the sad news here. But yeah, Olivia Chow just announced service restoration. Now, I don't care what you guys think of her. Say what you want, but ever since Olivia Chow uh, took uh, took office 2 years ago, I think she's doing a great job at advocating for better and frequent transit because under John Tory, things are kind of rough. So yeah, Line 2 subway service will literally be increased morning rush hour. That will be good for me because I have to go to school Monday mornings. Uh, but they're getting ready to for a potentially increased capacity. Even Metrolinx is going to coordinate with TTC and how to like better plan their service. And yeah, see, like in-office mandates expected to increase transit demand. Yeah, because again, Canada's biggest Canada's big banks are all down in the financial district, and they've said more workers will be required to be in the office at least 4 days in a week, like 4 days a week. So it's a really big improvement from 4 or 5 years ago. Four or 5 years ago, even though 2022, 23, there are still concerns with like a high office vacancy, but it's really good to see things going back to normal for the past 2 3 years. So yeah, it's I think it's pretty good. But there's also other important changes coming to the next board period, which is October 12th, and they finally added a page here. But I really don't. I actually okay. Before I get into the service adjustments and like my thoughts on that, I really don't like how the TTC website does things. It's not exactly that clear. Um, and I already skimmed through this page. They don't even show the freaking maps. Like, where are the maps for all these routes? Anyway, uh, the rumors were true. I was going on the online forum at CPTDB, and these are all the changes that are expected to take effect, and these are in preparation for the opening of Line 5 next month, December. Who the hell knows? But I have been studying the Line 5 surface network plan for a couple of years because again, as you know, I live near Line 5 and it's going to be very useful for me obviously. And so these changes are being made to help customers familiarize themselves with adjusted routes while still be able to transfer to and from existing service on the 32 and 34 routes. So it's only like half of the service that will be implemented. I'll give you my thoughts. But they really like why the hell did they not include maps here? Seriously. And you see, this is why I always go on Steve Monroe's blog. And oh yeah, look, he said on Twitter, list of oh, I think he already okay. So he okay, yeah, this is better here. I always go on his blog website because he actually adds the maps here. He goes way more into these. He's a big critic on how the TTC does things too. Oh, wow, this was just holy shit. This was just posted literally 4 minutes ago. But yeah, big changes are coming. But I'll give you my thoughts. So we'll go for this. So the 41 and 941 routes, the Keel buses, which I use quite frequently, it'll actually be operating northbound through the Keelsdale Station bus loop. So Keelsdale Station will kind of be open. Just the station building will be closed for now, and southbound buses will stop on the street. The 72 pave will be extended to Don Valley Station, but and they will loop through Thorncliffe Park rather than counterclockwise as do now. Uh, but they won't. Most of these routes won't bring passengers inside the respective bus terminals, just like at temporary stops outside. But yeah, 72 will be extended there. The 74 Mount Pleasant will be split into Route 74 and 103. The 103 will be resurrected for the first time in nearly 9 years. So both routes will serve Eglinton Station. Uh, that'll be pretty cool to see. With connections at Eglinton and Mount Pleasant Station. The 88 South Least Side will be rerouted to serve Laird Station along Eglinton Avenue East. And then the 90 Vaughan, it'll be it's going to be another home route now for me because it'll be coming up here. So the 90 Vaughan will operate between St. Clair West and Cedarville Station instead of living at Oakwood and Eglinton. So might as well just do that. It's not even that far. 161 being extended to Mount Dennis Station. Same thing with the 168. However, service on the 161 along Humber Boulevard will be replaced by an extended 171 Mount Dennis. And the 191 Underhill will be a new service between Don Valley Station and then eventually replacing service was it the 91A Woodbine? Anyway, I haven't done the 91 is yet. I'm gonna wait until the full service changes take effect when the LRT actually opens. And then here's a service I'm very looking forward to. The 164 Castlefield. And there's gonna be a stop literally a block south of where I live. And now I don't have to just rely on the 109. I can just use the 164 either way. And I can even just go deeper into York with that route because it's gonna go west along Roselawn Avenue, Castlefield Avenue, and then all the way down to Keelsville Station and Mount Dennis Station. So listen, I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos in preparation for lines 5 and 6 before and after opening, especially on the bus routes that will be adjusted to connect with the Eglinton Quarter. I'm not gonna do them just yet though. Mostly just because line 5 isn't open yet. I'll wait till the stations are actually open. We can actually go into them. We'll see how that goes. I will be writing some of the routes, so just off camera though. I don't think there's a need. I like. What's the point of making like a whole full ass video when the station aren't even open yet? But hey, at least this gives operators and people like myself to familiarize with adjustments. And then there's some other changes that won't take effect as yet. But the dreaded Eglinton West East buses will be combined as the 3454 rerouting to Don Valley Station. 51 Leslie combining with the 56 Lee side, which will be eliminated. Where are... Okay, there we go. There's the maps here. So there's some other construction changes. Yeah, so this is for the 74, the 88. Oh, shit. So I don't... He's probably... Okay, Mr. Monroe's probably going to update this later today. But, yeah, I'm not really impressed with how the TTC doesn't provide their clear communication, and yeah, they gotta add maps, but we have to wait until Sunday until they update the schedules and actually add the maps, or maybe later today they'll do that. But I think they also gotta revamp the whole website, make it look like. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean. OC Transport in Ottawa does a way better job. Like, look at this. Everything is so clear. Why can't the TTC revamp their entire freaking website to make it look like this? And look at this too, the O Train extension for the Confederation line. Look how freaking cool that is. Seriously. Like that's you know what? You know what I did? I wrote an email to TTC, at least on their suggestions and complaints forum, and suggested that they create like a whole ass website just for lines 5 and 6, explaining all the stations, all the bus connections, all the updates. Like, look, this is an interactive map that OC Transfo made. Look, this is so cool. Like, come on, like the TTC has to do something like this because look how clear they've made their like everything is so clear. It's organized. The thing is, though, obviously Metrolinx is the one that built the lines 5 and line 6 LRTs, but TDC's operating them. But yeah, come on, TDC, take notes. Take notes for your website. At least take inspiration from this and list all the stations, the amenities nearby, and landmarks, all the connections. Seriously. Also, I was gonna go to Ottawa at the end of this month. I haven't been in 4 years, but I am going to wait. Okay, I know the Trillium line and the airport line's already open. They've been open for 9 months now. I want to ride them myself, but I'm gonna wait until this extension is open all the way to Orleans. It's just in the eastern in Ottawa. I rode line one. It's nice. But it definitely needs a bit more of love because of all the shit's been through. But they've been testing the extension. They just haven't announced an open. And I'm gonna wait. It's they're saying they're gonna open up this year. When this year? It's gonna be November, or it's gonna be like during like the Canadian winters in December. So I gotta brace myself for possibly going in uh December. Like I got a text message. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna be going to Ottawa pretty soon. I'm gonna wait till uh the extension's finally open, and I'll be checking it out as well as the Trillium and Airport line. And then also, of course, I have to be here to document lines 5 and 6. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this up because TDC is really disorganized at things. But yeah, those are my thoughts on what's to come. Let me know your thoughts because I know everybody's been commenting, saying how we should improve service and make it frequent. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys want, I did this last night. Councillor Josh Matlow of Toronto St. Paul's, which is actually next door to my ward at Eglinton LRT, he is calling for a public. Sorry, my emails here. Yeah, a public inquiry. I signed a petition because this means so much to me. We deserve transparency, accountability, and answers. I'm gonna make a separate video reacting to line 5 when it finally opens. But yeah, this is unacceptable. But props to Councillor Matlow for demanding the answers that all of us need because we've been through a lot, including myself. So yeah, if you want to sign a petition like I did, definitely do so. Even though he's not my counselor, but he's next door anyway. All right, guys, I've been dragging this thing on for too long. I'm gonna get something to eat, and then I gotta think of where I'm gonna go today because it is so nice inside, but it's also very chilly now. So it's the temperatures are seasonable now. It's like 3 degrees Celsius. I think it's gonna go up to like 12. But yeah, I gotta put on long pants, sweaters. I'll decide where I'm gonna go later today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Also, if you want to become a channel member, uh, please, doesn't hurt. Um, let me quickly go on my personal account here. Yeah, if you want, click the join button, get access to the Black Squirrel tier level. I might raise the prices for this eventually, but we have 6 members. Hopefully we'll get more, and because I want to bring you guys more exclusive content that the public won't get to see. And oh yeah, I still gotta add 4 views already. Holy shit, that's not good. We gotta get more of that, and I gotta create thumbnail for that as well. I'm very late for that. Anyway, guys, take care. Adios. Sayonara.